Welcome back to Raising the Bar, the Fluid Legal Recruitment Podcast. I'm Alex Stones, delighted to be joined again by my colleague Emily Watson. Emily, today we're going to be shifting a little bit, focusing a little bit more on the candidate side now, and really asking, when is it time to make that career shift? When is it time to start thinking about new career opportunities? And I guess the first sign that sort of springs to mind, the first sort of indicator for you is, are there any current growth opportunities left for you in the current role? Have you plateaued?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's really, really important to acknowledge that growth looks so different to so many people, and it comes in so many different avenues. So whether it's your actual position title or something tangible like salary, or maybe it's just your own skills that you're applying into the role on a day-to-day basis. Growth can also be intrinsic. So do you feel like you're being challenged in the role? Do you feel like you're bringing your skill set, the skill set that you want to bring to work as well? So many different ways we can look at growth.
And I guess secondly, particularly important, are you still enjoying yourself? You're going to be spending a lot of time in that office, so you need to be enjoying your surroundings and stimulated by the work you're actually doing as well.
Absolutely. And there is nothing worse than coming to work and not being motivated, not coming to work, being excited about your job. Yes, we know it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. Believe us, recruitment isn't always a breeze. But it's important to feel excited about your job, to be excited about spending time with your colleagues and the prospects ahead of you. And if you're not, then I think you should certainly be thinking, okay, is it time?
Absolutely. And I guess a lot of the conversations that we have at the moment with our candidates are around work-life balance. And it can take many different forms. To many different people means different things. It could be a case of, start, finish times, school pickup, drop-offs, things like that. Adjusting the hours, 9-day fortnights, hybrid working arrangements, working from home, or maybe even sort of fly in, fly out opportunities. So work-life balance has really exploded sort of post-COVID the last few years, and I guess a big consideration for people if they need to start looking at new career opportunities.
Yeah, 100%, Alex. And I think it's really easy for candidates to get in the trap of feeling like, this is just the way it is. There are no flexible options, or this is what my employer can offer. Every employer across the city's going to be the same. In fact, that's often not the case. And we find the most attractive firms in the market, as we talked about in our last podcast as well, are those that are being creative, the ones that are being progressive, being proactive in their retention and their recruitment strategy, and they're offering those more abstract perks and benefits actually.
Okay, so now we've reached a stage where you're starting to think, yes, I do want to explore the market. What are the next steps? Because I think there's often this misconception amongst a lot of our candidates that we speak to that they need to be 100% on board and fully invested in a move in order to explore new opportunities. But that's often not the case.
No, it's absolutely not the case. And I would avoid doing that at all costs. Because when you become at that point where you're actually really unhappy or really dissatisfied in your job, that's when you're going to be making a much more reactive decision around your job. You're not necessarily going to find something that aligns wholly with you. And so you might just be searching for the next best thing, and that's not going to be sustainable long term. If you're proactive with your job search, start having conversations with a recruiter or potentially with some firms in the market. Obviously, we're always going to recommend using a recruiter, is that you can actually have those conversations on a no obligations basis. You can open it up, be proactive in your job search, look at opportunities that are not only active right now, but that may become active in the future. And longer term, it's just going to prep you a lot better to find that longer term match. And that exciting next opportunity that truly does align with you.
Absolutely. And I guess as recruiters, we're always open to an informal, no obligation coffee. So if any of that resonates with you, please do reach out to myself or Emily. We'd love to have a further chat about legal career opportunities in New Zealand.